Your mind is a palace, but for most of you, it has become a prison. You lie awake at night, replaying conversations from 3 years ago. You paralyze your future by fearing things that haven't even happened yet. You are a victim of overthinking. But imagine a man who ruled the known world, a man who faced plagues, betrayals, and the weight of an entire empire on his shoulders. Marcus Aurelius did not have the luxury of overthinking. He had to be still. He once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In the next 30 minutes, we are going inside the mind of the last good emperor. We will explore timeless Stoic lessons that will help you silence the noise, kill the anxiety, and reclaim your life. This is not just a video, it is a mental fortress. Welcome to Mind Authority. The first step to stopping overthinking is understanding what belongs to you and what doesn't. Most of your stress comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. What others think of you, the weather, the past, these are external. Marcus Aurelius taught us to draw a line in the sand. If you can't change it, why waste your soul on it? Overthinking is simply the mind trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist in the present moment. Focus only on your internal character and your immediate actions. That is where your power lies. Stop pouring your energy into a void. Aurelius often practiced what historians call the view from above. Imagine yourself rising above your city, then your country, then the earth itself. Look down at your problems from the stars. From this height, your missed deadline or that awkward social moment looks like a grain of sand. Overthinking happens because we zoom in too much on our tiny lives. When you zoom out, you realize that life is brief, the universe is vast, and your current worry is insignificant in the grand scheme of time. Perspective is the ultimate cure for a crowded mind. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. This is a core Stoic truth. Your mind creates monsters that don't exist. You spend hours worrying about a scenario that has a 0% chance of happening. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. You survived yesterday. You are surviving today. Why do you doubt you will survive tomorrow? Stop fighting ghosts and stand firm in the now.
Overthinking is often just overjudging. You don't just see a situation, you add your own drama to it. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they are, without the narrative. If someone insults you, the facts are simple. Words were spoken. That's it. You are the one who adds the layer of hurt or unfairness. Strip away the labels. See the world in raw data. When you stop labeling every event as bad or disastrous, the overthinking stops naturally. Be a cold observer of your own life. Instead of worrying about a problem, use it. Every difficulty is an opportunity to practice a virtue like patience, courage, or creativity. Aurelius said that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. When your mind starts looping on a problem, ask yourself what this can teach you. Turn your anxiety into an assignment. This shifts your brain from victim mode into problem-solving mode. A Stoic does not hide from challenges. He uses them as fuel for his own transformation. Remember that you will die. This might sound dark, but for a Stoic, it is the ultimate liberation. Most of our overthinking is about things that won't matter on our deathbeds. Marcus Aurelius told himself that he could leave life right now, and to let that determine what he does and says and thinks. When you realize how fragile and short life is, you stop wasting your precious mental energy on trivialities. Death is the filter that washes away all unnecessary thoughts. It makes you realize that most things are not worth your peace of mind. Do not just accept what happens, love it. Overthinking is a form of resistance. You are thinking that this shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. Amor Fati is the practice of embracing every moment, whether it is painful or pleasant, as a necessary part of your journey. When you stop fighting reality, your mind becomes quiet. Everything is fuel for your growth. Stop wishing for a different life and start mastering the one you have. The time for thinking is over. The time for being is now. You have the wisdom of emperors at your fingertips, but wisdom without action is just more noise. Tonight, when you lie down, remember that you are the master of your thoughts. You are the king of your internal empire. Choose to be still. Choose to be present. Become the ruler of your own mind. Stay stoic. Stay invincible.
But mastering your mind is not a one-time event. It is a daily battle. To truly silence the noise for a lifetime, we must look deeper into how we process the world. Marcus Aurelius did not just think about peace, he practiced it in the middle of war. He knew that an undisciplined mind is a chaotic master. True stillness begins with the elimination of the unnecessary. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Most of what we say and do is not essential. If you can eliminate it, you will have more time and more tranquility. Overthinking is often the result of a cluttered life. We take on too many commitments, too many opinions, and too many desires. By stripping away the non-essential, you create space for your mind to breathe. Silence is not just the absence of noise, it is the presence of clarity. Consider the nature of change. The universe is change. Life is what our thoughts make of it. Why do you fear the shifting tides of your life? Overthinking is an attempt to freeze time, to make things certain in an uncertain world. But a Stoic flows with the river of fate. When you stop resisting change, the mental friction disappears. You realize that everything that happens is part of a larger natural process. You are not a victim of the world. You are a part of it. Your energy is your most precious resource. Do not waste it on things that do not deserve your attention. If someone speaks ill of you, remember that their opinion is not your reality. Their words only have the power that you give them. If you choose not to feel harmed, you haven't been harmed. It is that simple. Overthinking the judgments of others is like chasing the wind. You will never catch it, and it will only leave you exhausted. Stand like a rock that the waves keep crashing over it. It stands unmoved, and the rage of the sea falls still around it. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-love. To stop overthinking, you must learn to command your attention. If your mind wanders into the dark corners of the past, pull it back to the present task. Treat your attention like a soldier treats his post. Do not let it desert you. Whether you are washing a dish or leading an army, do it with total focus. Total immersion in the present moment is the ultimate shield against anxiety. When you are fully here, there is no room for what if.
Reflect on the people you admire. None of them achieved greatness through constant worrying. They achieved it through focus and resilience. Marcus Aurelius looked to his predecessors for strength. He saw their virtues and made them his own. You too can choose your mental ancestors. When a wave of overthinking hits you, ask yourself, how would a person of great character handle this? This shift in perspective moves you from your small, worried self into a larger, more capable version of yourself. Your thoughts are the dye that colors your soul. If you constantly dwell on dark, fearful, and anxious thoughts, your soul will take on that hue. But if you fill your mind with thoughts of courage, justice, and tranquility, your internal world will transform. You have the brushes, you have the colors, you are the artist of your own inner life. Do not let the world paint your soul with the colors of chaos. Finally, find peace in your own company. Many people overthink because they are afraid to be alone with themselves. They use worry as a distraction from the void. But a Stoic finds a friend in his own mind. You are your own constant companion. Make your mind a place where you enjoy spending time. When you are at peace with yourself, the need to overthink the world outside vanishes. You are enough. Your mind is enough. The journey to an invincible mindset does not end here. It is a path you walk every single day. Every morning is a new opportunity to practice these truths. Every challenge is a new test of your progress. Do not seek perfection, seek growth. Marcus Aurelius was not a god. He was a man who worked on himself every day until his last breath. You have the same potential. The empire of your mind is waiting for its ruler. Rise up and take your place. Stay focused, stay calm, stay stoic.
But how do we maintain this stillness when the world around us is screaming for our attention? Marcus Aurelius faced this every day. He lived in a world of political intrigue, plague, and constant war. His secret was not in escaping the world, but in building a fortress within himself. He knew that the mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. Think about the people who annoy you or the situations that frustrate you. Why do you give them so much power over your peace? We overthink because we expect the world to behave according to our wishes. But the world does not care about your wishes. It follows its own laws. When you accept people as they are and events as they happen, the overthinking stops. You no longer have to analyze why someone was rude or why a plan failed. It simply is. Your job is not to fix the world, but to fix your reaction to it. Remember that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. When you find yourself looping on a thought, ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this just my mind telling a story? Most of the time, it is just a story. We are the authors of our own suffering. We write tragedies in our heads and then wonder why we are sad. A Stoic learns to be a minimalist editor of their own thoughts. Cut out the drama. Stick to the raw data of reality. The beauty of life lies in its brevity. You have already lived a large portion of your life, and it is gone forever. The future is uncertain and may never belong to you. All you truly own is this thin slice of time called now. Overthinking is a thief that steals this only possession. It pulls you into a past you cannot change or a future you cannot predict. By staying intensely present, you reclaim your life. You realize that in this exact second, there is usually no problem. Problems are almost always about the next minute or the last hour. Stay in the second. Consider the strength of an oak tree. It does not grow strong in a calm forest. It grows strong by resisting the wind. Your overthinking is the wind. Instead of being blown away by it, use it to ground yourself deeper into your principles. When anxiety hits, do not run from it. Sit with it. Observe it like a scientist observing a specimen. You will find that thoughts, like clouds, have no solid substance. They pass if you do not grab onto them. We often overthink because we seek the approval of others. We want to be seen as successful, smart, or kind. But Marcus Aurelius asked, does an emerald lose its value if no one praises it? Of course not. Gold is still gold, even if the world calls it dirt. Your worth is not determined by the thoughts of people who are just as confused as you are. Stop trying to win a game where the rules are constantly changing. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. If you are better today, you have won. Let go of the need to be right. Much of our mental noise comes from internal arguments where we try to justify ourselves to imaginary critics. A Stoic has nothing to prove. If someone is wrong about you, let them be wrong. Their ignorance is their burden, not yours. Silence is often the most powerful response. It preserves your energy and shows that your peace is not for sale. As you move forward on this path, remember that the goal is not to become a robot without feelings. The goal is to become a person whose feelings do not own them. You will still feel the sting of loss and the heat of anger, but you will not let those feelings drive the ship of your mind. You will feel them, acknowledge them, and then return to your center. This is the definition of a mind authority. The empire you are building is not made of stone or gold. It is made of character, reason, and tranquility. No one can take it from you, and no one can enter it without your permission. You are the sole architect of your inner peace. Guard it with your life. Every thought you choose to let go of is a victory. Every moment you stay present is a triumph. The world may be in chaos, but you are a sanctuary of calm. Stand tall, stay focused, and keep walking the path of the Stoic.